Hello, welcome students. Today I am going to explain about the gear. So what is meant by gear? It is a transmission device used to transmit the power or motion between the shaft. The shaft may be either parallel or intersecting or neither parallel or nor intersecting. We use the many types of gears. We use a spur gear, helical gear, bevel gear and worm gear. Based on the applications we use many types of gears. So today I am going to explain about the spur gear. In this lecture I am going to explain about the spur gear. So what is meant by spur gear? Gear whose axes are, this is a spur gear drawing, axes are parallel and teeth are parallel to the center line of the gear are called the spur gear. Gear whose axes are parallel and whose teeth are parallel to the center line of the gear are called a spur gear. It is used to transmit power between the two parallel shafts. Spur gear, it is used to transmit the power between the two parallel shafts. So today next we will discuss about the what are the terminology used in gear, spur gear. So many types of many terminology we use in the gear, already we know about that. So mainly we know, first we know about addendum and dedendum. So I explain about the what is meant by addendum circle, dedendum circle, pitch circle first. So what is meant by addendum circle? The circle drawn, the tip of the all tooth, the circle passing the tip of the all tooth is called the addendum circle. This is a addendum circle. The circle passing through the root, this is called the root. This is a tip, this is a root. So the circle passing through the root of the all tooth is called the dedendum circle. So this is a tip, the circle passing through the tip of the all the gear tooth is called the addendum circle. Then circle passing through the root of the all tooth is called the dedendum circle. So what is meant by pitch circle? It is an imaginary line passing through the pitch point or center point of the gear tooth is called the pitch circle. So addendum circle, dedendum circle and pitch circle. So the next is addendum. What is meant by addendum? The radial height, this is called the height. The radial height above the pitch circle is called the addendum. The radial, this is a depth below the pitch circle is called the dedendum. And this is a tooth depth and this is a working depth, and then this is a face width. Then what is meant by circular pitch? It is the distance measured along the circumference of the pitch circle from one point of the tooth from the adjacent point of the another tooth. This is a circular pitch. What is the formula by use for circular pitch is pi into m. And what is meant by module? It is the length of the pitch circle diameter per tooth. It is denoted by m. What is the formula? M is equal to d by z. And diametral pitch, it is expressed as the number of teeth per unit length of the pitch circle diameter. Formula is equal to P is equal to Z by D. This is a diametral pitch. These are the formula used to calculate the circular pitch, diametral pitch and modules. Already we know about the addendum, dedendum. What is meant by addendum, dedendum? Face width, tooth depth, working depth. So these are all the major terminology used in the gear. Now I am going to explain about the one important derivation, that is the Lewis equation. By using the Lewis equation, we have to calculate the beam strength. What is meant by strength? That is a force. We have to calculate because we have to transmit the power. So we need a force. We have to calculate the transmitted load or force by using the Lewis equation. So this derivation is important. Here we take only one single tooth. One tooth, it considered as a cantilever beam. It is considered as a cantilever beam. So by resolving the force, two forces acting. One is a tangential force, another one is a radial force. Two forces are acting on the beam. One is a tangential force and another one is a radial force. Due to the tangential component, bending stress is induced, and due to the radial component, compressive stress is induced. So due to the tangential component force, bending stress is induced due to the radial component force, compressive stress is induced. So compressive stress is negligible, that's why here we neglect, and based on the bending stress we have to calculate the load, we have to calculate the strength, we have to calculate the beam strength by using the Levy's equation. This is a Levy's equation. So already we know the bending stress for equation, basic equation, sigma by y is equal to m into I. So sigma is equal to m by I into y. So what is meant by m? That is a bending moment. Formula is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So force is because we have to consider tangential component only. So the force equal to F suffix T, that is a tangential force multiplied by height, perpendicular distance. So what is meant by y? Y is the deflection, that is we have to calculate the maximum, consider the maximum deflection. Maximum deflection means that is a half of the thickness, half of the thickness. So d by 2. So and what is meant by I? That is a moment of inertia. I is equal to, this is a cantilever beam, that is considered a rectangular. So that's why bt cube by divided by 12, that is a I formula. So substitute the all value in this equation. Sigma is equal to m is equal to ft into h divided by I is equal to bt cube by divided by 12 multiplied by y is equal to t by 2. So substitute this value, we get cancel the, we get the f sigma is equal to f into f suffix t multiplied by h into 6 divided by bt square. So we need a load because we have to calculate the strength. So tangential load, that is a tangential load, tangential component, tangential force equal to sigma into b multiplied by t square divided by 6h. This is the formula to calculating the tangential force, tangential load or transmitting load. So where since t and h are variable, in this equation t and h depending upon the shape it should be vary. So it is replaced by, so instead of t and h we have to apply p into y. So p is a circular pitch, y is a Levy's form factor. So ft is equal to, instead of t square divided by 6h you should put p into y. So ft is equal to sigma b into py. P is the circular pitch, y is the Levy's form factor. So this is the Levy's, this equation is called a Levy's equation. From this equation we have to calculate the beam strength. So y is the Levy's form factor, we having the formula for the different tooth system, we having the formula to calculating the y. So this equation is called the Levy's equation. By using this equation we have to calculate the beam strength and we have to calculate the face width also we have to calculate by using this Levy's equation. This derivation is important. Thank you for watching this video.